Being a community organizer helps me to bond with my community. I'm not an extrovert, I'm the homebody. I'm a grandma, I'm a mom, so I've been so many things to my family, and now I'm still being the same thing, just in a different way. Somebody from one of the agencies saying, I'm gonna start calling you G-Ma. Ivy City G-Ma, you Ivy City Grandma. I love making sure that everybody is all right. And when I found out what was going on, I was like, oh, hell nah. Like, no, we need to do something about this.
Ivy City is one of the most unique communities in the District of Columbia. It's really like a village. And when you look at the history of Ivy City, a community founded by and for Black people, you see so many repeated environmental injustices that the community was continuously having to fight against. For me, environmental racism is the systemic racism reflected in land use decisions. It gets into zoning. What is allowed on this site? In Ivy City, there is a chemical facility next to, attached to, somebody's residential home.
So it says here, the only manufacturer of polluted. The chemicals that they're using is dangerous to our skin, dangerous to our eyes. If it get in your nose, it's dangerous. And if it get inside your body, it affects your organs. And that should be enough for the district to say, oh, we need to get rid of this place. Methylene chloride causes damage to organs through prolonged or repeated exposure. Polluted, skin burns, eye burns, heart damage, kidney damage, liver damage, respiratory system damage, eye damage. Yep, this is ridiculous. When I saw this, I'm like, oh my goodness. Hey, Sean. Yeah, we just wanted to talk about, the things with the chemical plant and how have your children been doing? What's going on over there?
I have lived in Ivy City for 15 years. So I started out in Ivy City apartments, and then I moved here 10 and a half years ago in this house. I was never informed that I lived next to a chemical plant when I bought my house. Since living here, I have lost my smell. My kids complain about headaches. My sons have to miss days of school when their migraines are too bad. And I have another son who has very severe asthma. And I know that his asthma flares up when he's home. And when he's not home, his asthma is in control. Each child that slept in the room that's closer to their vent on the top of their roof, they all had a learning disability. And the older ones didn't have any issues until we moved in the house. As a mother, I'm very angry because I just feel like sometimes that I make the right decision by moving around here. I thought I was putting my kids in a better environment, but really I put them in harm that's actually connected to my house. We share a wall, so I just feel like that makes me want to fight harder for them.
How do you feel? Okay. Well, we'll make sure that you know everything that we're doing, how we're doing it. We will start a campaign to shut them down. You down with that? Cool, cool. Because your kids deserve better, and they deserve to be able to play outside without the smell and that chemical plant being there. All right, talk to you later. Bye. You can't hardly see it, it's just there. And it's small, it's little. When you turn the corner, half your car done passed the building. That's just how small it is. Why is it in our residential neighborhood? Why is it in our community? They put it here because they knew that the community wasn't going to fight against it. Just like with a lot of chemical plants in Black and brown communities, they can get by with it without any fuss or fight. Back in the 30s, which was the Jim Crow era, wasn't nobody gonna say anything about this place being there.
When I was a kid, I didn't know it was a chemical plant. I've been around here since '65. I didn't know that was a chemical plant.
A lot of people still don't know it's a chemical plant. It's been grandfathered in, so they were operating before they had air permits. So we seem to think that's the only place in DC that don't have an air permit. We trying to figure out if there's any other places that don't have an air permit, but.
Yeah.
Hey. A lot of times I don't even sit out on the porch because it smells like something's burning and you don't see smoke.
Right.
You don't see no smoke,
Right.
but you just had that smell. I never knew that it was chemicals. I never knew because there's no sign saying what they do.
It should be skull and crossbones on the building, right?
Yeah.
Flammable,
Yeah.
poison.
I know this is not the agency's take on it, but I just want to say this thing should not exist in a residential neighborhood. It needs to be closed, shuttered, demolished, cleaned up. And the fact that a home was built through a city government funded program.
There's these legacy zoning laws, these legacy permitting laws, these legacy things that happened well before the district had local home rule that allows this to happen without adequate buffers. This should not exist in a residential neighborhood. Period. Full stop.
There are laws on the books around air pollution. Unfortunately, they're often not enforced. And as we continue to mobilize residents to submit complaints, we're devising the next phases of a strategy to really force the issue.
And we all gonna stand together and make them get rid of this place. And the place is so small, you will miss it if you blink. They're hiding in plain sight, and we can ready to expose them.
What keeps me going is actually my family and my kids. They don't deserve to have health issues for just living somewhere or going outside and playing.
When we understand the law and real talk, then we use it. We use it to our advantage. We use it to save our brothers and sisters and our neighbors. We use it to take care of our community. There are laws put in place that we can actually utilize that will work for us and not against us. I'm right here, you right here. I'm right here with you. So we're fighting this fight together because the same thing that's harming you is harming me.